Only one more hour to go here on primary election day. But good afternoon, folks. Zach Clark over Space Coast Daily. We're here at the Dr. Joe Lee Smith Community Center here on the corner of Washington Ave and Stone Street, where this is one of the polling locations here on the Space Coast. We're here in Cocoa, Florida, where precincts 212, 213, and 233 are at this location. We are here at the Dr. Joe Lee Smith Community Center, where this is one of the precincts where the polls are just getting ready to close here in just a little bit. Polls close at 7 p.m. here today. There it is, the voting precincts. So if this is one of your precincts here in Cocoa, Florida, 212, 213, or 233, this is your precinct to be able to vote here today on primary election day. We're very excited here on Space Coast Daily for the election coverage here for primary election day, as the primary election polls will close at 7 p.m. here today, here at the precincts of 212, 213, 233, and across the whole entire Space Coast as well. If this is your polling location, this is where you would park. You come right into the Dr. Joe Lee Smith Community Center, come right into this parking lot, park right over here. You can walk right in, and that is where you can go in and vote, make your voice heard here on the Space Coast. We're very excited here for your election coverage here on Space Coast Daily, and we are going to provide the election results. Once the polls close at 7 p.m., you'll be able to tune in for the results of the elections across the Space Coast. Lots of highly contested races we're expecting here today, and we're expecting some of the key races for Brevard County Commission, the school board, and a couple races for the few of the judge races will be interesting to watch. And also we have some other races that are for congressional, and that was a seat that was left up by Bill Posey. We got some races where we're going to be focusing in on election coverage here on Space Coast Daily. So we're very excited here. We're here at precincts 212, 213, and 233 here in Cocoa, Florida at the Dr. Joe Lee Smith Community Center here on the corner of Washington Ave and Stone Street. If you have not voted here today, you still have time. At 7 p.m., you will be able to come right in, park right here. If this is your precinct, you'll be able to come right in here, park, be able to walk in the front door, and you'll be able to vote and make your voice heard. Once again, the polls close at 7 p.m. Make sure you bring some type of photo ID. That is something that you will need to be able to vote. You'll be able to go right in. The people are very nice. They'll be able to help you and be able to vote. So you still have about another hour plus to be able to get your vote in before the polls close at 7 p.m. here on the Space Coast across the county. So very exciting times here, and we're going to be able to provide all those election results here on spacecoastdaily.com. Once again, we're here at the Dr. Joe Lee Smith Community Center here on the corner of Washington Ave and Stone Street, where this is where precincts 212, 213, and 233 are being held here. So if this is your precinct, you'll be able to go on to votebrevard.gov if you do not know your precinct and be able to find out where your precinct is. You go to votebrevard.gov, you'll be able to go there, put in your address, it'll tell you where your location is, and just make sure you bring a photo ID when you do come, and you will have a very quick and seamless process. I myself went in and I voted at my precinct, which was in Merritt Island, and it was very quick, very quick process. So if you have voted today, stay tuned on spacecoastdaily.com. You'll be able to see the election results start coming in right after 7 p.m. And we'll have a show where we're going to basically reveal the results of the elections across the county, and may have a few surprises and maybe a few expected results as well on election day coverage here on primary election day coverage, getting ready for the general election that is on November 5th. So for Zach Clark, Space Coast Daily, if you have not voted, you still have time until 7 p.m. here tonight to be able to vote. And if your polling location, your precinct is 212, 213, or 233 here in Cocoa, Florida. You come to the Dr. Jolie Smith Community Center and you will be able to cast your vote. So stay tuned to spacecoastdaily.com. And if you do not know your polling location, make sure you go to votebrevard.gov, check your precinct where it is. Just double check, make sure if you have moved recently, your precinct might have changed. So you might want to check and go to votebrevard.gov to be able to find out where your precinct is. So you'll have a quick and painless process, okay? So thank you very much for everybody here for tuning in on Space Coast Daily. It's primary election day, and we still have a little bit more time until 7 p.m. here tonight to be able to cast your vote here on the Space Coast. For Zach Clark of Space Coast Daily, stay tuned to spacecoastdaily.com for more news and information, and your full complete election results will be live here tonight on spacecoastdaily.com. Be able to go to spacecoastdaily.com and click that link to see the results of today's election, primary election. Thank you very much. Have a good day.